Just the overall experience here in Mobile and then how things went today.
The experience has been outstanding. Just kudos to the players and their attention to really trying to get better and working hard together. Obviously, when you collectively bring a large group of talent and men together and try to get cohesion in a short period of time, I'm really commending them for that. Their hard work and effort and their energy was outstanding all week long. To the Senior Bowl staff and everybody that's a part of that, they were outstanding. And just the people of Mobile just kind of getting out in the evenings and going out to dinner. The people here are wonderful, and they really make it an enjoyable experience. Obviously, the game, you like to be able to always come out on the winning end. It didn't obviously shake out like that. We got off to a slow start, but I thought we finished in a good manner. And the guys competed all the way down to the end. But obviously, just want to be able to get off to a faster start. But great job. I thought both teams competed really well.
How about the elements and the play of the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, just going down to, I want to say it was the north side, there was a little bit of wind coming into your face in that particular situation. Anytime you come to the south, you don't expect it to be this cold and windy. You know, coming from Philadelphia, I would expect that part of the country, but it's okay. You know, you got to be able to brave the elements no matter where you're at. I thought the quarterbacks all competed well. Try to keep plays alive with their legs. Like I said, you just try to be selective with your throws and the shots that you can try to take downfield, because when you go in one particular direction, when the wind's to your back, you want to take those. But I thought they all did well, keeping plays alive. I thought Peyton did a really nice job at the end of the game there, just continue to extend plays and the receivers making some contested catches.
Coach, impressive with Pavia, not just today, but all week.
You know what? Just I was expecting, because you always hear things coming in, that he has a lot of confidence in himself and whatnot. So sometimes you have a preconceived notion that he could be a little loud and whatnot. He actually was not like that. He was really locked in during the week in meetings. Really asked all the right questions. Really good with getting all the guys together. So enjoyed being around him from an everyday standpoint. But all the quarterbacks were really outstanding. Strong head command. We had some issues early in the week with the quarterback center exchange as anticipated when they're working with a new center. And obviously a lot of the college game is so much in shotgun. When you're playing under center, that could be a little bit of an adjustment, but I think they all handled it well.
Coach, when you go ahead and lead a team like this, now you're going to go back to Philadelphia, you'll have a little bit more information than a lot. Do you feel that's going to really help your scouting department a lot more than any other team that would be down here, where it kind of gives you a little bit of an inside perspective about what players give you more in a direct evaluation?
Absolutely. You know, the evaluation process from a talent perspective and measurables and all those things, that's the easy stuff that everybody can get done. But it's the individual is really what you want to find out. A guy can be as talented physically as you want him to be, but is he going to be committed to getting better? What kind of professional is he throughout the course of the week? You know, with the training staff you have here and the other coaches that are around, you really get a unique insight to these guys on how they carry themselves on a day-to-day basis, because you practice and you meet far more than you play in an NFL game. So in order for guys to maximize their ability and their talents, you want to see what kind of professional are they? Are they going to be dedicated to their craft? How do they treat people around the building? Because generally when you hold other people in high regard and show great respect, you have great respect for your craft too. So it's being able to see those things, it definitely helps out, so you understand the people that you're bringing in your building instead of kind of going and taking a shot on a whim.
So my follow-up to that is, obviously with Nick Sirianni, I'm sure you'll have direct contact with him. What's the type of thing you're going to tell Nick Sirianni based on what your work was over the last week?
There's a certain culture of guys that we like in Philadelphia. We want guys with a dog mentality. You know, so the guys are going to bring work every single day. You know, they care more about the team and winning than they do about their own individual success. You know, that's part of it, because obviously the stronger that individual is going to help the unit. But you know, the unselfishness in their play, how hard they're willing to grind, you know, being able to sacrifice for teammates, things of that nature. I don't want to sound like Coach Filler, but it's the absolute truth what you're looking for, because you know that's what helped us win a world championship last year.
Thank you.
Coach, you had a few, I guess, fights break out during this coaching practice, and you stopped practice one time, but everybody together, and you kind of told them something, and then that kind of ceased. What you share in that circle?
You know, the thing you got to understand is this: anytime you want a competitive environment, things are going to get chippy. You know, I want that. I would rather have guys I got to reel back in and get back under control than guys you got to try to push. If you got to push them, they probably don't want a whole lot. You know, they don't want to get there. And we want that kind of edge. We want that kind of attitude. But it's my job as a coach to make sure if we start to cross that line, to bring it back in and just understand what everything's about. We want to push each other. We want to be right up on the edge of things. But at the same time, that's our brother. We don't want to go across that line. A lot of us had older brothers. I definitely had them. you know, and things got a little physical from time to time, but you get better for that.
Yes, sir.
Coach, what can you say?
About the coaching up program, now that you experienced as a head coach?
This was invaluable. And I told Howie this, and I told Nick this already. There's so many things in this profession that when you get the opportunities, you just don't know what it's like until you actually get in it. And I've been a coordinator before in this league, but having the opportunity to do head coach responsibilities of building schedules, getting the staff on the same page, how you want to structure your meetings and everything down to that. Unless you're in it, you never have the opportunity to do that. So I'm forever grateful for the experience. Learned a lot from it, and just obviously if the opportunity ever presents itself, I'll be looking back to this experience of what helped me be prepared if that opportunity does present itself. And I would hope that all young coaches in the NFL, if they're given the opportunity, they should take advantage of it.
You had to grade yourself during this experience. What would your grade be, and why?
I wouldn't give myself a grade. I leave that to other people. You know, I just anything I can ever do to help the players, the coaches, and help them out. If they are satisfied and they're happy with that, whatever I was able to provide, that's what gives me self-gratification. I don't really worry about what my grade is.
Lee Hunter wasn't here for the game, but during the week, what did you see out of Lee?
High energy guy, explosive, violent player, got a lot of tools. And just like a lot of guys, they gotta get themselves in football shape. You know, that's the biggest thing with those guys. When they get to the end of the year, you know, obviously he's been playing a lot of football, but the football condition is a little bit different. So he's got a ton of tools in his body, and just like all young D linemen, it takes time.
Coach, what can you say about the effort of your defense today, specifically the defensive line?
I thought the effort was outstanding. We were a little rusty. The start of the game got off to a slow start, but as we started to settle down and get kind of locked in on the run game stuff and make teams have to play behind the sticks, we could see all week long our ability to rush the passer was there and affect the quarterback, but you got to earn the right to go do that. So just a little leaky in the run game early on in the game, and again, it showed up a little bit in the 4-minute drive towards the end of the fourth quarter. But I thought their effort, energy, the passion that they had was really good all week long, and it showed in the game.
Coach, some people were added late to the roster. How were you able to get them prepared for stuff to participate today?
Had some anticipation that was going to happen. It's a little bit of the history with All-Star games and all the stuff you got to deal with agents and whatnot. We had a walkthrough again this morning before we came over because we knew there was going to be some slight movement, and there was. So it helped out with special teams and kind of get some guys up to speed. We had some guys playing today on defense that had not practiced with us all week long. So he's got kudos to our coaching staff to get those guys, you know, adapted, but always give credit back to the players too. Sometimes you can go and make an excuse and be frustrated, but they didn't. They put their best foot forward and they got after it today. So I appreciate that.
Got any questions? Good? All right, thanks, Coach.
You guys take care. Thank you.